How is everyone this evening? And welcome for the next instalment of Live Toy Tuesday. So we're going to have a lot to get through. We'll just give it a minute or so. Just not quite, just a little bit early on the trigger this evening. We've got a fair bit to go through. Some new bits that have come in. We've got a couple of parcels to unpackage. They're not boxes, so I won't use the word unbox. Small one and a bit bigger one, which is the first time I've ever seen just bubble wrap. You know, sometimes you don't get any bubble wrap. This time it's just bubble wrap, no bag, no nothing. You know, that's just literally how it came. So we've got these two parcels that we are going to unpack, and then we are going to move on to some of the other stuff that we've got as well. So actually, to be honest, we'll probably start with some of the pickups that we got. How is everyone? It's past now. Hopefully there's some people here watching. Is this your destination for a Tuesday night, watching me talk some rubbish about wrestling figures, or whatever? You know, if you enjoy this kind of stuff, subscribe. If you're watching this randomly through YouTube, you know, hit the subscribe button. You'll see more stuff. So some of the bits that we picked up through the week, one of them we have had this before, which is the NWO 3-pack, which comes in. You can see there Scott Hall, we've got Hogan, and we've got Nash, and this is from when they came back into the WWE around the No Way Out 2002, I want to say, maybe not, but this was during that time period then. These will all end up out the box and will be individual on medwaywrestle.com, so you'll be able to pick them all up individually if you don't want the whole set. I know last time they all went individually. People wanted Hogan, or they wanted Nash, or they wanted Scott Hall, so people kind of buy what they're going for. So that was one of the pickups that we had through the week. We had some other bits, but they already went. So I don't know if you saw the video on the John Cena 3-pack. That's gone. We had some other good elites. We had 3-minute warning. One half of them has gone. We had an Undertaker Legends. Again, that went. So we've had some of the stuff come in and go. Another one we picked up was the Ultimate Edition Stone Cold Monday Night. Is it a class of Monday Night Wars Stone Cold? I don't know if they were doing that with the Ultimates or not. It's not, doesn't say it on there. But this is from, you know, the Attitude Era. So good figure, good accessories you got there. That was a nice little pickup. That'll probably be on the site as it is boxed. We had the bad guy Razor Ramon. Sorry, trying to get it so the lighting actually doesn't hit with the lighting that we have on there. Him again will probably be boxed, if not maybe separate, and the belt separate on the website. But that was a nice pickup. That's the back there of that one. Keeping with Ultimate Editions, we also picked up Roman Reigns. He will probably be coming out the box. That belt on its own is quite a good seller and moves well on its own. And then the figure and accessories loose and stuff like that. So that was another pickup. So that was some of the Ultimate Editions that we had come in. Sticking with the Roman Reigns vibe, we got the SummerSlam Roman Reigns, which comes with, as you can just sort of see in there, the Build-A-Figure piece, the body piece for William Regal. He was part of the SummerSlam series set where you could get all of these other ones on there. But this was the one that we picked up there. Again, this will be on medwaywrestle.com. I might do some unboxing stuff with that, maybe videos and something like that if people are interested. Always free to comment. Hi, how's it going? You all right, Scott? And I'm not sure, Daniel, I can't really see that well, so I apologise. I need glasses when I drive and see far away. And with the lighting that's on my face, it's very hard for me to see what's on the screen. So I apologise if I miss anyone's messages or I can't make out what you're saying on the message. Bad eyes, you know, getting old. For some reason, I just don't wear glasses. I just wear them for driving. So moving on. Anyway, back to wrestling figures. We have the Fabulous Muta. What's your name? My name's Terry. Hi, how you doing? So we've got the Fabulous Muta. This is the non-chase version because there was a chase one where the face paint is a bit different. Again, it has the Build-A-Figure for Billionaire Ted in there. Cool pickup. I didn't realise these were still hanging around in places, but they are. Again, this will be on Midway Wrestle, probably separate with the Build-A-Figure separate. And then we move on to another pickup. We got Liv Morgan. Again, this one is going to be coming separate. We've got the belt there with, it has got the Liv Morgan nameplates on it and the figure. Going to be a popular figure. Going to sell out soon. You won't be able to get hold of them. There's the other figures that are in that set. We have Dexter Loomis, which again is another popular one. Bron Breakker, Ethan Page, Dominic Mysterio, John Cena. I mean, this whole series is going to be one to, you know, if you're looking to collect, especially if you're looking to buy stuff now that goes up in value and maybe sell later on down the line, I'd recommend the whole of this series for different reasons. So I'll give you an example. Come Christmas time, this series will be sold out. Everyone's going to want Dominic Mysterio for Christmas. So his price is going to skyrocket. This Dexter Loomis figure, come Christmas, the free pack with Uncle Howdy and Nikki Cross is in there, and I forget his name now. But there's the three of them that are in there. That people are going to want that because it's Christmas and that set's coming out, and then they're going to want to make up the rest of the White Six, and he won't be able to get hold of, which means his then price is going to go. So my little tips, or what I would say to go for, Liv Morgan again for Christmas, Bron Breakker, the Cena, because again they're coming out and it's the last ones that they're going to do as his last matches. So they're all going to be popular figures. You won't go wrong with really anything in there. Maybe Ethan Page, he's not as popular in the mainstream for maybe like being a Christmas present that people will want. But the rest of them, go for them, buy them, sit on them, wait till Christmas, sell them, make some money, buy other stuff you want. You know, that's pretty much the game. So we then have, bring them out, the hi, how's it going, Lorna? You're right. We have the Monday Night Wars Series 8 set, which I'm going to open them anyway because we're going to sell them separately and we're going to build the Build-A-Figure. I thought, why not do that tonight? Because you might want to see it. We'll get the unboxing done first, or the unparceling, unbagging, I don't know what you call it really when it's not a box. Call it unboxing, but it's not. We'll get these ones done first, see what mysteries we've got in here, and then we'll do the open those boxes up and have the Build-A-Figure and see what's going on. So I think these are, well, this one is definitely a small bundle. If I remember correctly, there's only a few figures in here. What figures though? You know, might only be a few, but if it's something really good. So let's move that over there. So we have a basic Kane. No rattle, which is good. This is quite a cheap bundle. Maybe if you're watching this on a replay, I may make the magic, you know, the parcel price come up, which sometimes I do, time permitting, if I have time to do it. But this Kane from sort of 10 to 15 pounds as a resale value, off the top of my head, which he normally goes for, is very popular figure to get hold of. And then we have got a Money in the Bank case. It seems a lot smaller than the Money in the Bank cases that you get in the past. These seem a lot smaller, the ones that come with the battle packs now. It's almost like they were because the ladies ones that came were smaller, that came with them, and they've reused that mold, maybe to save some money on the plastic. No idea, but it looks like that is the battle pack with Finn and Damian Priest. And again, these are pretty good, these basics. They've got the articulation there on the legs. Just missing the ab crunch really and the little fire swivel, but so much better quality the new basics that are coming out now, especially with the price point that they still are. I mean, look at those as figures. This is so similar to the Elite that came out, which is up, I believe, on MidwayWrestle.com, if not on the eBay store. Yeah, thank you, Scott, for putting the website up on there. So you can just follow the link that's on there and it takes you to the website. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of figures on there, and there's more being added all the time because it's hard trying to keep up with it all and get it all listed. So there's always seems at the moment to be a backlog of figures being added on there. So just check it out all the time. You know, what else? You know, it's not like everyone's got important stuff in life to do, so we'll just keep looking at a website. Now, I apologise that it's not all on there at one hit, but it's hard to get it all on there. So this one is it's like a reverse package, isn't it? You know, like bubble wrap and then the paper and then the envelope. This is this is what it's called. It's a reverse package of how you send stuff now. You know, just break the norm. You know, never let them know your next move. Apparently, with packaging up is the way it goes right now. Oh, nice little bubble wraps as well in each one. I've done a good job here. And here we got 2. Quite a few figures in that. I mean, I do like stuff being packaged nicely. Sometimes not too nicely though. Sometimes it's hard to get into them and time consuming if you've got a big bundle of them. Basically, I'm just never happy. You either package them up too much or you don't package them up enough, and you'll never know what way is right for me. Yeah, but anyway, well, I've never seen this one before. This is an older Elite, Santino. I mean, he had some comedy value, didn't he? This was the one where a few lives ago someone was asking me the wrestler who kept pronouncing the names wrong. This is him. Who is John Cena. So that's a great one to have. Not had him in before. I have no idea on the value of him. Usually the rule of thumb, if I've not seen it, that means it's either some sort of custom or it's rare is my rule of thumb. And if it's rare, hopefully that means that it's got some value to it. It's not always that way though. So next we've got Sammy Guevara, and unless this is a custom, this looks like it might be the one from where they're all in like the prison outfits for one of the matches, and there's the whole they weren't the Jericho Appreciation, the Inner Circle, that's it. So the whole Inner Circle in prison outfits, and I think this is one of those. Good figure. Not had that either, although I have seen it, so I don't think it's necessarily rare. And some of those prison outfit figures just sat on the shelves. People didn't really want them, especially the poor old Jake Hager one. Just seems no iteration of Jake Hager anybody ever wanted as a toy, for whatever reason that is. WWE, AEW, just no one ever wanted. But anyway, this is a good Elite. We've got a few of these already on the website. It is Rhea Ripley. So this was in her kind of the start of this kind of theme when she was in NXT just before she came to the main roster. That was the figure that came out. I remember this being a peg warmer as well at the time. And you'd go into somewhere and it would just be hanging there. No one wanted it. I think it even went down to like £5 at one point. No one wanted it. And now if you look at a Rhea Ripley figure, they sell for 30, 40 quid, the new ones that come out, and they sell out straight away because she is very well liked at the moment. And then we have back before he was the tribal chief, Roman Reigns. Like a stallion on the back, like a horse. This was his first NXT version of his gimmick when he first came in before the Shield days. And they did a there is a NXT version of Seth Rollins I've seen as well. I've not seen one of John Moxley though, or Dean Ambrose. I've not seen an early version of him in that range. I don't know if that's because he just didn't have a look. I've seen some of his early stuff where he had crazy coloured hair. Can't remember what he was when he was in NXT though. I just really only ever saw them when they came in as the Shield. Didn't watch a lot of that NXT stuff. And then we have a tag team. So it is the New Heart Foundation, Tyson Kidd and David Hart. So there's those two that come in, a bit loose, you know, but these are an old set of basics. Some of the more original ones when they started making the figures. We have in here. It's quite a good little bundle, this one. It's just remembering what you order. There's so much stuff coming in that's ordered all of the time, and it's easy to forget what you order. Again, this is a... Do you know what? I'm not... I mean, this isn't a custom. Maybe someone out there knows the answer to this, but that is... I don't think it's a custom. That's clearly a basic figure. But it's got the swivel on the legs. Is that just because they are reusing parts? Because now that has become, as a basic figure, basically an elite, except for the ab crunch. Other than that, that is an elite figure. I don't know if you can see that very well on the camera, but that has got the swivel there on the fire. But that is clearly a basic. It seems pretty tight on that up here that it wouldn't be a custom of any sort, but does anyone know in the comments there? Yeah, I don't know even know what that word is. Why would I say what? Well, I don't know. Crazy, but anyway, wrestling figures. That's what it's about. We have one more from the bundle, and this looks like, I think it's a Logan Paul from the look of it. I hope it is. I've not had one of these for a while, and it's good to get this sort of stuff on. Has anyone got the new Ultimate Edition Logan Paul that's come out? Seen it in Smith's. If I can get him out of here, here we go. So this is Logan Paul figure. I'm not sure what one this is, whether it was the first one or there was a Top Picks one with a similar outfit, but it is an elite of Logan Paul with the jacket. I think he still goes for sort of 15 to 20 pounds. Still a worthwhile figure to look out for if you can see him in a bundle. There was a point in time where he went for a lot more money being loose, but there's quite a few of them out now. Again, that's going to be a figure if you're looking to buy stuff to sell on, make some money to maybe pay for your collection or just make some extra pocket money. The Logan Paul Ultimate Edition and the CM Punk Ultimate Edition that are in the shops at the moment, buy them, but buy a few of them up. They will go up in value, no doubt, come Christmas time, as everyone wants them. And there's quite a ready-full supply of them at the moment. But this is the thing with wrestling figures. They bring out some, and once they're gone, they're gone. This is the season where Christmas is approaching, but I don't think what's in the shops now is going to be the stock that's there come December when everyone starts buying the presents, really. Some people do get in early and buy stuff, but in general, you're going to have what's in the shops come December. And it's always the way that the popular figure at the time, or the one people want, isn't in that batch that's out at that time, and then their price just skyrockets because it's supply and demand at the end of the day. And everyone, you know, the Dominic Mysterio, if every kid that say wants Dominic Mysterio for Christmas, and that series is gone and he's not in the next series that's out, there's only one place to get them, and that is on the secondary market. You go onto eBay, you see the prices shoot up as everyone's trying to buy them. So get in there now and get the figures, especially if they're going to be for Christmas presents. You know, just buy them now. So we're moving on to the Monday Night Wars Series 8. So this was a series, there was some sort of issue with getting all of the figures. I didn't have that issue because I've only just got them as a bundle, but I know people at the time, it seemed that all of them came out except for the Eric Bischoff, which is this figure here. For some reason, it just took a while to get him, but we want to build the Build-A-Figure from this. I don't know how you normally get your figures out. I go through the top or bottom, to be honest, but I think I had a change of mind. I was going for the bottom and I thought it might be easier with the top. So it is the general Eric Bischoff there, general manager with the grey hair. Now looking at this looks like it is just the billionaire Ted Builder figure with a white shirt instead and a Eric Bischoff head. I don't know if that is the case or not, but that's what it looks like. I won't bother with the removal of the actual figure. You can see that in there. I just want to try and make the figure, and it's easier to just keep them all in the box. But that is the Bischoff figure. I mean, it's good for what it is. It's Eric Bischoff from that era. I don't know if we've had that in anything else that's easy to get. I think there was one for the 3-minute warning, which is that kind of era as well, I suppose. Or did he have darker hair there? I can't remember. But the 3-minute warning one where he was dressed as the old man when he was doing the wedding ceremony. But we have the legs, which is the start of our Matthew Cole, obviously. Completely forgot who it was. Yeah, but this is the start of the builder figure for him. Now, I'm guessing that it made it popular to then get some legs, because a lot of the legs are the same. I think mainly the difference is this, how it fits in. Some of them aren't always the same, but we have the legs. The next part for him is probably handy to have the body, which brings us on to the Undertaker. Now, just as an initial look, this has got to be probably the best Undertaker figure for me personally, anyway, for the era that it was. Right there in the 2000s, there was a figure of this. Is it like Judgment Day? Was the pay-per-view or something like that? Seems familiar. And there was a figure similar to this, or the same as this, that I've seen before in the past. Look at that, with the soft goods jacket, and he's got the denim shirt underneath. It's a great version of the Undertaker. If you liked him, I know when he became this version of the Undertaker, everyone then seemed to want the Dead Man gimmick back, which it seemed like he was this version for ages, but in reality it was only maybe what, 2-3 years, and then the rest of the time it has been the Dead Man gimmick before and after. But again, the main thing we wanted from him, the builder figure body. So we have got the legs, and now we've got the body. So to pop these together, it's just in case you've got the little tabs there, you've got the little hole there, line them up, and it should, there we go, just click in. So we have a headless and armless Michael Cole. So let's go for the arms next, which brings us to Brian Pillman. Again, this is a great Brian Pillman figure. This is how I remember Brian Pillman from that kind of 97 time where he was having the feud with Stone Cold, and he randomly went to his house and that. It got a bit weird, didn't it? Never really got to see the potential of Brian Pillman in the WWE. He came in and kind of saw that he had loads of potential, and he was injured a lot, and he had a couple of matches, and then, you know, unfortunately he passed away. So he's got the Heart Foundation t-shirt there as well, and the jacket, and got quite a few accessories. Quite a cool looking Pillman figure. But again, we're wanting those arms. So these figures, obviously minus the builder figure parts, will all be up on MedwayWrestle.com at some point later on in the week, hopefully. It'll all be sold individually, and that is at MedwayWrestle.com. If you like and subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to see all the other stuff that's happening. Lots of video content, lots of wrestling figure stuff. We do these live unboxings and stuff like that, so you can see what's coming into the website before anyone else. And now we've got, come back onto this, we've got the arms. So we have got his right arm. I always struggle with the arms as well to get these in. I don't know if anyone else has this issue. But trying to get this in. I mean, this has worked perfectly first time. I don't even know why I said I have an issue. I always get them in first time perfectly, and there is ever no issue, except for the ones that I do have issue with. Because sometimes you're trying to get them in. Again, this one's gone in fine. Is it gone in fine? Yeah, there we go. But sometimes they just like pop out again and you struggle trying to get them in. But there we are. It is a headless Michael Cole. Kind of a bit of a plain builder figure, really. I suppose that's what he wore, but it's just him in a shirt and no jacket and that. Moving on, we have the Shark, which was a chase as well. So this is the chase variant of him, which is pretty boring. I had the non-chase in not too long ago as just the actual figure. And that looked a lot more exciting, to be honest, than the plain chase. So I'm not sure what the appeal is of getting this chase figure, because it just looks plain and bland. Does he have artwork on the... Yes, even the back. So I don't know if you've seen the normal version of this, but on the back it's got quite a lot of colour as well, as on the front, where this is just very, very plain and boring, and I'm not really sure what the story is there, why they wanted it to be that way, but hey ho, we just want the head and the mic and the headphones. I'm thinking now, did he have extra hands? Did I miss them in the Pillman? Ah, yeah, okay. So there's extra hands as well, 2 flat open hands that he has there as well, which I've completely missed, but we will get them back out and they'll come with this figure. I'll pop his head on. Yeah, for the camera. Here we go. There we go. Can we do this without messing it up? There we go. Now it's popped on. And then his little headphones, which seem rather large. They look kind of in scale. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But yeah, so with those headphones, and really he just needs a Attitude Era realistic table set to sit at, which I don't have. I'm not even sure if you can actually get an Attitude Era set, maybe with some of the rings and stuff that have been about. Mattel need to sort out their distribution of stuff like that, announce tables and the kind of furniture side of things. I know they brought out a set once, which Argos used to have, which was an announce table set with a table and chairs and other stuff. I've not seen anything like that for a while. So anyway, yeah, this is the build-a-figure of Michael Cole. So all of those figures that we've seen tonight, everything will be up on MidwayWrestle.com in the following week, days, as soon as I get round to taking photos and getting stuff listed. Time permitting, really. Every Tuesday and Friday there will be a live unboxing and showing what we've got for the week. So the next one is on Friday, so we're going to be doing Fridays at 8 and we're doing Tuesdays at 7:30, and that is Greenwich Mean Time. So tune in, you know, like, subscribe, follow us on the channel. Hopefully we don't bore you too much and you can see different stuff that's happening. And what's going on here? Someone's timed out. Oh, someone's been a bad boy. But anyway, yeah, so stay tuned. Look for other stuff that's going to be coming from us. Check out MidwayWrestle.com for any of your wrestling figure needs. We have got lots and lots of stuff on there, and as you can see, lots of other stuff. Tune in for the lives if you want to see what is going to be coming to the website as a kind of sneak peeks before it happens. It's usually what you'll see on the live the following week is then going to get listed. Ideally, it doesn't always happen, so I apologise for that. But when we can, we will be doing that. Other than that, have a great week. Still got a few days to go, haven't we? It's going to be a long time till Saturday. But we've got that live show on Friday, and that's going to be at 8 o'clock. Have a great week. See you all later. Bye.